Hi Olga, I saw we are going to the Shanghai Book Fair together today. Why are you still there?
It's too crowded there. Let's go somewhere else. I will show you where I usually go to look for books. I cannot say anything in the library because people are reading there, so I just borrowed the book. It's about the evolution of institutions based on the examples of different countries. So as a student, I can borrow books in my school library very conveniently. I just choose the book which I want to borrow and scan it, and in the system for some time it's actually stays that it is my book. So then I read it and then I return it, and also it's all in our library system. And actually they also recommended us a lot of different books and articles in journals that we could read to understand China more, to maybe learn something that we didn't expect to learn. Next we're going to the bookstore. So we are here, and this is the second place where I usually go to look for books. Too many books, too hard to choose. I want to read everything. It's a novel with intriguing name Happy Place. 2 axes, 1 pack. Could this holiday change everything? It looks a bit intriguing. Based on the cover of the book, it has this summer vibe, a bit mysterious, a bit intriguing, so it looks funny to read. I read a lot for my studies, so a lot about politics, a lot about economy, but also trying to read more novels to just have fun. This bookstore has a lot of books in English, and also I saw some German languages. So yes, it's amazing actually. For me, it's one of my beloved places here in Shanghai to look for books. And you can find anything you want. You can find books to study, you can find books just to read and enjoy your time. So millions and millions of books. I really like to come here and try to choose something for me to read. It's very international. As you might see, many international students or just expats who are living in Shanghai come here for books. So you feel this energy of the big city where many cultures actually live, where people from different countries live. So you feel it in this bookstore, because you also see that Chinese people come here for books in English language. So it's very interesting how in one bookstore you see this mix of lovers of books from different corners of the world.
I came with a book that I finished, and I needed another one for the rest of the trip and the flight back. I think the selection is not too bad, and it's a good mix of classic and new authors that are well performing in France, so it's quite a good news, to be honest. So I've read a lot of French classic literature, then I've read a lot of Russian classics, and recently I was more into more modern books from France, from Anglo-Saxon world. And last one I read is Brothers from Yuhua, which is an author from here. So when I travel, I like to read a book from a local author.
I do usually read books, but usually digitally, so it's nice to be able to get some hard copies in Shanghai. A lot of the other bookstores, it's hard to find a few foreign language books, so actually getting a hard copy of a book here is really nice. I usually like books about social sciences or history, so it was nice to see those books here too. I picked one of the Chinese history books, and then also a fiction piece that I was really excited about.
Okay, I have just finished, and now we go to the last place. It is a last stop. It is a community library where I come to find books that I cannot find anywhere else. I found a book, a novel that I just began reading. It is a story about coming home and facing your past after you run away from your life. So yes, I was intrigued by the title of the book and decided to read it. Usually when I cannot find some novels to read in university library, I would come here and find something to read. I really love to be here because environment here is amazing. It's an old building with a beautiful garden outside. It's very classical Chinese architecture, so you have this feeling that you are in maybe ancient China and you can read books here sitting in such magnificent setting. So you can feel this connection with some different people that you share this love for this particular book. And what I really love about this community library is that there are some events with foreigners, because we are invited, I personally invited to participate in some events when we read English books together and discuss the content of this book. So it's more of the community of book lovers. Here is my reader's card. I use it to borrow books here. So it's actually very easy to borrow books in this community library. And today I want to return some books that I borrowed before. That's it. I just returned books. I would give them to the workers of the library.
我们书房由于地理位置的一个特殊性，是坐落于南香老街和潭园中间，在平日的话也会吸引很多外国友人进来参观了解。那我们的借还书系统呢，也适配了外文系统，这样更方便于广大的外国友人进行借还书。
It's actually very convenient and easy for foreigners to get any book we want to find in Shanghai. And for those who love reading and who come to this magnificent city and live here for any period of time, you can always find something to read.